What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the GINN podcast. This is your host, GWeezy11, aka Gilbert Sanchez, and I got a cool guest, man. And honestly, it's been a while since I've wanted you on here, but shit is it's all over the place right now. I'm not gonna lie, man, but I appreciate you coming down. This is I know you as your Instagram name. So what's your real name, man? Honestly, I don't even know. So that's my bad.
Swanee Ivy.
Swanee Ivy.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go by that.
Yeah.
We'll go by that.
Yeah.
And I'll start off with myself because this is the first time we're meeting, but a little bit before off camera and off the podcast, we have like mutual friends. Like I graduated from Southwest in 2013 and I'm good friends with Eric Reyes. Well, both of them. It's weird how that works out, but both of them. And then I think he's the one that introduced me to your music. And this is going to sound like, I don't know if it is just some of your old music that you still like listen to, but I don't remember like your first tape that you actually put out, man. It was, I still listen to on Dat Piff every now and then.
Oh, fuck.
And that's how old it is, bro.
It was Dat Piff.
Yeah. So this must have been like 2011, 2012, maybe.
2011, I think.
I don't remember the tape.
Was it Truancy?
Yes, bro. Truancy, man.
Oh, dude, that's fucking hilarious. I haven't heard anybody bring that up in forever, dog.
So that's the first time I've ever listened to you, and I was just like, okay, cool. Yeah,
I'm fucking happy to be here just because you said that, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I can go to my Dat Piff on my phone, and I still have it like in the library, and it's just. I think for me, whenever I started listening to that, I just knew it was dope because you talked about real life situations and then you talked about everything that was going on with you. But that's how I got introduced. And then shit from there, been following ever since, man. I know you put out an album, and when I hit you, I told you I listened to it from fucking beginning to end. I think even twice or three times, just because I think for me, the type of genre and the type of music and the way it's presented is I personally never seen or never heard. So it just set it off for me. But yeah, man, I don't know, because I think most of the people that listen to the podcast, they might know you, they might not. But yeah, if you can just introduce yourself, man.
Swanee Ivy, Swan.
Whatever they want to call you.
Whatever, short, doesn't matter. Some people call me Swaney.
Swaney?
Yeah, I don't know where they get that from, but yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know much to say. I guess they'll figure out who I am in the middle of this conversation.
I'll put you in the fucking I'll put your Instagram handle in the fucking in the post, but
yeah.
Let's let's talk about your most recent album. How did let's take it back to music, man. I think, like I said, your genre is something totally different that not a lot of not a lot of people are like make that kind of music from what I've seen.
Yeah.
So what transitioned you to be that type of style that you actually have in your music? Or just something from the soul?
Yeah, I mean, just like kind of like discovering range. Like I had went to a vocal coach at one point, and like sat in like 2 sessions. In the second session, she checked my range, and she was like, hit this note.
Yeah.
Hit this note. And we kept going down the scale. And at this time, I'm just rapping. Like I was only rapping at the time. I was going to a vocal coach because I thought you needed a vocal coach to know how to sing. She was just like, your range is abnormal.
Yeah.
Like you can go deep. You can go really high. That's not normal. And I just stopped going to the lessons after that. I was like, that's all I needed to hear. So At that point, I was just like, fuck it, dude. I'm going to start singing and I'm going to start just pushing it to the limit. And I already have been listening to like My Chemical Romance and The Used and all that shit from elementary school, So like I had a huge influence from these things, but I didn't think that I could do it. And I thought you had to be a really great singer to sing. Turns out you don't. You know who you are and where you fit in it.
Yeah.
So I think after that point, I was just like, all right, like I can kind of, it's limitless. You can do whatever you want. So as long as I'm there, as long as you can hear that it's me, I'll do whatever I need to do, like to give the beat what the beat needs and vice versa.
How do you, I know like some artists like produce their musics with like like they have to hear the beat and then from there they put the lyrics, and then some I've even heard where they do the lyrics first and then make the beat. How do you? I'm interested in how you do yours.
I typically, well, lately I've been making my own beats, so I'll start with the sample or play some shit on the keys because the first, for me, it's one instrument and I can write to that one instrument for as long as I want, man.
Oh, that's
like,
fucking dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like once I hear that one instrument, that one sample, there I go.
Yeah.
And then at that point, it's like, all right, I'm kind of tired of this flow. I'm tired of this melody. Start add some more shit on top of it. Those things that I add, now I got verses. Now I got ad-libs because those bring in new instruments. So I typically nowadays, bro, I don't really like hearing beats already made. Full 100% beats. Like my homies, I go to like my producer homies, they'll play me beats and they're already made and have so much shit going on already. And I'm just like, bro, you look like it's already figured out.
Yeah.
You don't even need me.
Yeah, you don't need me.
Yeah. Like, especially if they're really good producers, like they'll be going hard, you know what I'm saying? And I have to like be like in the mix. Like I'd rather be in the room while they're making it.
That's what's up, man. How do you how did you come about music? Like, is there somebody that you kind of looked up to, or is there somebody that kind of told you to do music, or you just kind of stumbled upon it?
It always was a thing, man. And I didn't realize that it was like what I was supposed to be doing, but it was just like it was always came very easy to me. Like I had drum sets, I had like two drum sets. And I would just play the drums and I started learning how to play that. And then I was like, man, like what if I was the actual singer? What if I was the actual like front man? Like could I be that? And me and my homies would always just freestyle. And we came up with this little group called Galafferhaus.
Galafferhaus.
Yeah,
oh shit.
It doesn't stand for anything.
No, but that's a crazy ass word. Galafferhaus.
I don't even know how we made the name or anything, bro. But we were just sitting here. We're sitting here like on some really shitty mics. Like I think they were like they were the webcam mics. Like you would use to like, talk on web chats and shit. And we would freestyle on like whatever beats were out at the time. So at the time it was like Danny D. Kane show-stopping type shit. Like Gucci Mane, Lemonade type beats. And we would
that's
just
old school.
And we would just freestyle about whatever the fuck, dude. Like whatever. Like my boy Who, he goes by Who now. Have you heard about him?
No, I don't think
he's a rapper out of here in San Antonio too. And my other homie Darius, he's DJing now. And we would just be doing this shit every day, bro. And it was just like got to the point where I remember they noticed, they were like, dude, like they were always really cold with the freestyles, but they were like, yo, you're good with the pen. Like, you can write. I was like, really? I started taking it seriously at that point. Like, hey, what if I did take it seriously? And that's when Truancy came along.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I'm also curious to figure out, because obviously Truancy was, like I said, 2011, 2012, somewhere around that area. So that was like, what's it, 2020 now? So that's 8 years ago. So how do you transition from your music, obviously you having like rapping, to the music you have now? Like, is there anything that I don't know, like you went through, or like what actually changed? Because it's a different style for sure. Like I'm like I said, I'm curious to figure out why it changed or how it changed. If you want to talk about it, it's up to you.
For sure. I think it's good that we talk about this because I don't think about it. I really don't think about that shit at all.
Yeah,
it was so long ago. It's like another chapter. Shit, dude. I think for one, melodies are just way easy. They're just so easy. Rapping is like, I guess I learned how to be good at it.
Yeah.
Melodies were always just really fucking easy. So a lot of my new music is really melody based. And shit, honestly, like the biggest turn was probably like when I was like fucking with psychedelics and shit. Like,
oh damn.
Yeah.
I
was really starting fucking with psychedelics. I was like, like a huge like weight came off my shoulders, and I was just like, dude, you know what? This shit's not that fucking serious, man. I'm gonna just do what I want to do, what I feel like, dude. Like I don't want to like have to keep up some just fucking persona or persona, whatever, however you say the word. Like I don't want to fucking do what everybody else is doing because shit's exhausting, bro. And it was just got to the point where I was just like, dude, like I don't care. I'm gonna just be as raw as possible, and like that's where all this shit started coming from. Like just gonna be as me as possible. Because if everybody was just them, just them to the T, there would be no duplicates. There'd be very few duplicates.
Yeah, 100%.
Very few.
And that's why I said I'm curious, because you can actually see the transparency within your music. Because to go from like rapping to the style you're at now, it's totally different. And if anybody's heard your music from then to now, they would understand. And it's cool. It's dope to see that you're just doing it to be yourself. You're not playing a part in this whole kind of, I guess, music's entertainment scene.
Yeah.
You're just being yourself. And that's what I feel like most people should do. Because to go back to what you said, you wouldn't have duplicates. You wouldn't have people trying to create the same music, create the same beats, fucking be the same people. And
it takes longer though
to
like figure out your blueprint, because it's your blueprint. Nobody could pass it down to you and be like, yo, this is what I did. And then when you start taking advice from people who are doing their shit, and they're, oh, well, you should do what Lil Baby does. I'm not fucking Lil Baby.
Yeah.
So, and then people get really fucking irritated with you
when you don't take their advice. Or
yeah, bro. Because I'm a student by all means, man. I'm a student of life. Like, I'm gonna take an advice. I'm gonna take what people are saying. Doesn't mean I'm gonna fucking do it though.
Yeah.
So it's like when it doesn't align with what you're doing, people think you're being stubborn. And I've had managers come in and out of the room because they think they're gonna come in and be like, yo, like, you're fucking great, you're talented and all that shit. And they think they're gonna just make all this bread like right off the top. And I'm like, dog, like, first of all, like, in order to fuck with me, you can't be thinking about money. And it's gotta be like, you gotta have faith.
Yeah, 100%.
You gotta have real faith in me, because this shit's gonna go far, but it's not gonna be on your watch.
See, I think for me too, not even the music. Obviously, I don't make music, but just like being patient with the process is something that I've learned personally, because it's just with this whole podcast thing. Like, I think it's been like 6-7 months, and I had to figure out what was working for me and what the fuck I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same for you, obviously.
Yeah.
So putting out content and trying to focus on what, obviously you want to put a message out for people to either relate to you or just to put a message out to help people, basically. That's what I had to figure out. I had to figure out what was my real purpose in this whole podcast situation. And I think most people do things to put that light on them that they're not who they really are. Like, they're just putting that perception of somebody they're really not. And it's you find out, sometimes you don't, sometimes you do, but it sucks that the way it's like that now with the whole like social media and shit like that. But yeah, man, it's hard. And especially with everything going at a fast pace now with social media, like, you just have shit that's some days you're like this guy that just went viral. I'm sure you've seen him, 420 Dogface 08, where the guy's just rolling down a street on a skateboard drinking the cranberry juice. He just went viral like last week, and I mean, obviously he's gonna be around for a little while, but it's not gonna be forever.
Yeah.
So I think for sure putting out something that you're passionate about, you like making, you love doing, it's gonna go way farther than just doing what someone else is gonna want, shit like that.
Yeah, man, it's you're providing a service, right? So I was just saying this yesterday, like, you're providing a service. Like, you're providing a service here on this podcast. I'm providing a service as like making music. So you got to keep your, I don't like to say customers, but who you're trying to appease, you got to keep them happy. And, you know, I think that's where people get fucked up. Like, they're so stuck on what they think the people want.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like, the people probably want something real right now. They don't want shit dressed up and made to look like it's like everybody knows that, but we still like the fake shit.
Yeah.
Because it works. Everybody knows that social media is fluffed and that this isn't their real lives, but our mind, our mental state, or like our perception will not let us see past that.
Yeah.
We know that, all right, this person's probably not us. You can like literally talk to somebody who's depressed and then go on their Instagram in 30 minutes and then like they're happy as fuck.
Oh yeah.
You believe it.
Yeah.
Like, you just saw them depressed.
Yeah.
You just saw them,
bro.
And your mind won't let you realize, like, dude, you just saw this motherfucker and he was not happy. It's crazy, bro.
And it sucks, man, because like you feel kind of want to have some empathy towards them, but I mean, they're doing it to themselves. Like if you're depressed, like obviously there's different situations where you can get yourself out of it. But I mean, I personally feel like I wouldn't never. I think I have a mental state where I can put out just raw information, and I don't think I would. I don't think I would ever get to a point where I'm putting out something that I'm not. And like I said, it goes back to this. Like I had to put out information to the listeners that I felt like was just from me, from myself, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. So having that is just it's weird, man. It's a weird time, especially like I said, it just information is getting passed by on social media so fucking fast, and it's one day you're viral, the next you're not, and it's it can fuck with people, man. It can really fuck with people, especially if someone's not having that right mind, state of mind. And yeah, more times than not, it can go the wrong way.
I feel like there's a very strong like spiritual warfare being played right now, and it's like we're on a playing field of like a battle that we can't see because it's not in this dimension. It's mental, and it's like it's very, very, it's a huge weight on a lot of people's shoulder.
Yeah,
especially right now when people can't flex as hard as they usually do. And
yeah.
And now it's up to just them being themselves, and they're like fucking going nuts. You know, they're like, oh, I gotta show off. How do I show off when I'm just in my apartment all day?
Exactly.
What do I do? You gotta actually be who you are now. You actually gotta like be who you are. And some people can't do that, and they're not comfortable with themselves. So, and there's nothing. I don't want to put people down because that's so human. That's human, but like you just got to be aware of that. Like, hey, am I comfortable in my own skin? Like, am I fucked up? I got to figure some shit out. I think that's what everybody needs to be doing right now, instead of trying to flex as hard as they can. Still,
especially with this whole thing, like just go back to what you said. Like this whole pandemic, people are cooped up in their house, in their apartment, not working. They got other shit like before the pandemic even fucking happened that they had to worry about, and now they got to tack on all that shit. So I can definitely see it, man. And it, like you said, we're going through a time right now where a lot of people are flexing, and they have to figure out if they can be comfortable in their own skin. And I think not most people, but I think people are going to find out that it's hard, man. It's hard trying to figure out, because obviously you want people to like you. Like, I don't think, I mean, I think there's a fine line between wanting people to like you and then, like if people don't like you, like, of course you're just going to like brush it off. But I think you always want to have that liking. Cause I think for me I never want to come across as someone that, I don't know. I just feel like it's always, shit, honestly, man, I don't even know where I'm going with this. Like I know
you're making me want to bring something up.
Yeah, bring it up, man. Because I'll probably think about it right now. But
I was thinking about this the other day. Do you think that there's people alive that truly 100% don't give a fuck about what people think about them?
See, that's exactly what I just what I was like. It correlates.
I don't think that exists.
I don't either, man. That's why I was gonna get into, like, you want people to like you. Like, it's just,
even if you could give a fuck less if this one specific person likes you, and it might not even be the individual.
Yeah.
You might not care about the individual people liking you, but overall reputation. What is your reputation? Like, how do people view you?
Exactly.
If you really don't give a fuck about that, then there's got to be some issue. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's got to be something wrong with you if your reputation means absolutely nothing to you. Like, for instance, I know people who could give a fuck less what Joe thinks about him and Sarah thinks about him. But as soon as they get robbed, it's like, just like obviously on some street shit, just like obviously, as soon as they get robbed, it's like, oh shit, now I got to fucking big up, because then niggas going to think I'm a lick, and I got to do something about that. So it's like, you do care. Yeah. You do care about what people think about you to a certain extent. So I think we're all dealing with that. And social media and all that just puts a huge spotlight on it.
100%, man. 100%. How did you, I know you said that you take, I don't even know how to say the word, man. Psychedelics? That's how you say it? So.
I wouldn't say psychedelics, just shrooms.
Oh, okay, just shrooms.
Yeah.
What is it, just a form? I'm not familiar with it, honestly.
Well.
Or is there different types?
there's different like forms to how you could take it. It's all mushrooms, but and there's different like strands and shit or strains, whatever, however you say it. I'll do like a microdose, and sometimes I'll trip here and there, but like I took some this morning.
Yeah.
Like some typical kind of on it right now, but I can't tell.
No, yeah. So I've seen like different podcasts too where people do that because like there's people that have PTSD that have been in like the war for so long, and that actually helps them from whatever they're going through. And it's I think a lot of people are realizing that, especially like we're going back to like your state of mind, like it's just helping you be more creative. And a lot of people like it, there's just stigma around psychedelics where I personally feel like it was, I mean, obviously it's a drug, but I mean, it's just, I think more people are realizing more it's beneficial than harming. And I guess it's just the way you take it too. So it just all depends. But I mean, it's good that you use it to, I mean, to benefit you and then to,
yeah, man. Like it's different. Like you would pop a Xanax or something like that because you're trying to escape something, and it's like you're not going to do that with shrooms. Like you're like, oh, I'm going through some shit. Let me just take some shrooms. Yeah. But do that, you're going to fuck yourself over. Like, like you're going to go to a place you don't want to be in. You know what I'm saying? So it forces you to be like, okay, like I got to get right before I take this shit. Yeah. You know, I got to get right, get myself good, and it makes for me, dude. Like for me. I think I got past the whole part where I need to trip very hard. Like I would trip pretty heavy. And I learned a lot from that. Like a lot. Like
just about yourself or just everything in general?
Everything in general, man. I felt so one time I took like 3 grams and I was by myself. I like tripping by myself, and a lot of people think that's crazy, but
is that a big dose?
Yeah, like an eighth is like you're gonna have like a huge ego death. You might end up crying. You might end up crying and shit. You know. So I took like 3 and I was by myself, empty stomach. You know. So the fact that I was by myself and I was in my room, I wasn't in around any nature. There was nothing pretty.
Yeah.
I kind of went to a really, really dark place, and it shined a lot of light on like the people who I was around, who I was surrounding myself with. Able to see how they were like negatively affecting my life and my energy, which really was really hard. And that's why people don't want to take it, because you see shit and you can't unsee it anymore.
That makes sense.
Like, yeah, like I was taking Xans, I was drinking lean, I was doing shit that would help me not to see that shit.
Yeah,
just to be like, fuck it,
just ease the pain.
Yeah, fuck it, doesn't matter. You know, I was having traumatic shit happen to me every year. It was weird, bro. Like. Traumatic shit that people would need to go see a therapist for, and I wasn't even talking about it. Some of my best friends didn't even know, because I would just internalize it. So these drugs that are so praised are things that make these traumatic experiences seem okay. Yeah. And you're just like, I don't want to deal with it. And like I realize this is the opposite, man. This is all higher vibrations. This is all higher frequency. And so that's this one time I took that amount. And I had an actual conversation with like I don't even know how to put it into words yet. So I'd rather not even speak on it. That's how personal it is. Like so personal to the point where it's like, if I can't decipher it and communicate on it the right way, then I'd rather not even speak on it, because I don't want to do it the injustice of saying the wrong words.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And it hit the switch in my mind, and I was just like, nah, bro, like this shit ain't about me no more. This isn't about me anymore. Like the whole world is really in a terrible place right now. And it's not all negative, but I just realized where we're going, and it's scary. And it's like, fuck, dude, we're like losing sight of what's really, really important. And that's really us, just each other, and being connected and staying on the same playing field, and realizing that, you know, no matter how much money you make, no matter how much fame you accumulate, it's still like, you're still that same person and people still need you. You still need people. There isn't an amount of money that can make you not need anybody.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of people are realizing too, that their impact has a lot more than what they're actually doing. Like even people that are wealthy and that do have a lot of money. Like I've seen people like the whole give back situation with higher up people is just to have them feel that sense, just to be normal, man. Because I think getting that type of money comes with a lot of issues and a lot of things that I think, man, that people aren't prepared for sure.
Yeah, no, fuck
So,
no.
and once you get to that higher up level, you, like I said, like to go back, a lot of people are not prepared for that. And I think having that mindset of we're all humans, we're all the same, like just having that same vibration between every single one of us. I think that's one of the ways that they kind of can show love to people, to make other people view them as, hey, we're still normal. We still like to fucking go to the movies. We still like to hit up the grocery store. Like we're still normal people, but this whole internet chaos thing is putting on a perception where it's different, man. It's totally different. But
I would hate for that to be taken away from me. Like I think about like the Justin Biebers and like the people that have accumulated like this amount of fame to the point where it's like they can't go to the grocery store, they can't just walk into the gas station, like can't do that shit. If they want to go shopping in person, they have to like the place has to be shut down. They come in through the back and all that. Like I think that's got to come with a lot of pain, man, and like a lot of like how do you go back?
Yeah,
can't go back anymore.
Yeah, there's no way, man. Especially so fast. Like for Justin Bieber, for example, like
so young, bro.
Yeah,
he wasn't able to even like have a mind that was ready to handle that shit, man.
And I think that's where his like that kind of I don't know what you call it, but like downtime that he had, it just it's all that came with the fame, man. Honestly, I think a lot of people
downtime as far as what, like when he wasn't doing shit or when he was like in the tabloids and shit like that.
Yeah, that part.
I feel like, dude, I feel like that's another thing too. It's like I'm sure he was dealing with a lot of shit as well, like you're saying, but at the same time, he was young, man, and like he's just doing shit that everybody was fucking doing.
That's
like,
true.
We're all fucking off. Like we just don't have a camera in front of our face 24/7.
Yeah,
you know, it's like people think, oh, they're going crazy, like or doing what you were fucking doing.
Or
same age you was
fucking human.
Yeah. And he doesn't need to be this fucking poster boy for being like America's nice guy and shit. You know,
it's just because he's famous that they perceive him as somebody, an alien, basically. Like they're just that's what they're viewing him as.
The larger than life. That's like the downside of having that larger than life feeling. You know, of having like people see you as something that's not human, and you're making money off of that aura, and you can't fuck it up. You can't fuck the brand up. You know? So that's why I was really like, you know what? I'm gonna go into this shit like showing my flaws, like my homie Davey, my videographer Davey.
Yeah.
He's always like, I don't want to see the zipper. I don't want to see the zipper. And like what he means is like to see that the normal regular shit, the regular guy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much you can show. You know, don't show too much of the zipper, or else we're just gonna be like, fucking lame. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? So it's like to a certain extent you could show the zipper, and I feel like with these huge superstars, their zipper was nowhere showing at all. As soon as you saw it, it was like, what?
Yeah.
He drinks lean? Yeah, he sips lean. Fucking, I'm sure he can get it way easier than you can. So,
and he has the money for it too. He can get a lot more shit than that.
For sure.
What so let's go back. I definitely want to go back to your music. So your recent album, what's your recent album called?
It'll Be Over Soon.
It'll Be Over Soon. And I noticed too, it had a part, like in quotations, it had a part, not quotations, but parentheses. Yeah, it had a part A. So there's gonna be a part, like a second, like a part B.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, it's gonna. I get to this point where it's just like my shit sounds. There's so much different sounds, so I just put them in their own worlds, and it's like two sides to the same coin because all this. I'm kind of pretty much speaking on the same shit on side B, and you'll even hear parts where I literally took a verse or a hook and like changed the melody, but it's like the same words almost, like with a whole different energy. It's just because as much as I am like spiritual and positive, I'm also negative and fucking toxic. So it's like I don't want to just be that. You said, like we're just talking about that larger than life feeling. I don't want to have the weight of always being the positive sunflower guy. You know? There's also some dark shit, and then like, there's people who like I meet, and then they're like they see the dark side, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, Sorry.
No, but see, that's the
sorry.
you're human. We're human. Like obviously, like I put this whole podcast thing is about positivity and love and just showing like. But I mean, everybody has that like dark side about them just because they're the struggles they went through when they were younger, shit they're going through now, fucking just everything in general is it can be take a toll on somebody. So
Yeah.
no, I get it, man. There's
Duality.
I don't think there's anybody that has that full straight like there has to be a dark side coming from somebody. Like I definitely can't see someone having
I come from darkness, bro. Like I literally was raised in a household that was like a bunch of shit, and it was just like it wasn't always healthy.
Yeah.
So it's like, who am I to just like pretend like that shit doesn't exist now just because I've gotten to some place where I realize there's another way to live, and I think there is like a positive side and another level to tap in. But that don't mean that, bro, like that's where we get fucked up. I think when people feel that weight on their shoulders and they keep trying to be one side or the other. I don't know anybody who's on one side.
Yeah, me either, man. Just to go, it kind of correlates with what we're talking about, but this whole like state of mind and like mental health and like people having mental illness and stuff. I personally, maybe you can speak on it too. I personally feel like it's a lot more normalized now. Like a lot more people are coming out of it. You're seeing a lot more celebrities coming out with mental health issues, and a lot of people are starting to talk about it. And I think like even now the normal conversation that we're have, it's all about mental health, and it's to a point where 10 years ago someone said they had anxiety and oh, you're fucking weird. Like you have anxiety. Like, nah, like we can't chill. Like we can't, it's not even like that. Or, you're depressed. Like, nah, man, like you need to go seek some help. Like, but I mean, now we're at a point where I think everybody's going to have anxiety. I think everybody's going to go through, well, not everybody, but I mean, like more people than not are going to have that mental health. So what do you think about the whole, like, cause I feel like it's a whole like information state now where a lot of people are talking about like the mental health.
Weird, right?
It's weird, man. I'm telling you, like you were weird if you had anxiety 10 years ago. Like that's just the way it was.
Weird to me. Cause it's like, are we just fucked up in this generation to the point where now we have all this anxiety because of like our technology and the rate of information that's being poured into our mind at constant speeds, and like just our dopamine fixations just like overloaded? Or I wouldn't think that it's been centuries of people just pretending they don't have anxiety. Oh, like I don't think that. So I personally believe that it's something to do with the technology and just like
the way the information is being put out so fast.
Yeah, dude. Like I have a homie who doesn't have any social media, doesn't go out, chills with his girl, goes to work.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel that he told me, well, I don't have, he's like FOMO. I don't fucking have that. You know, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Like I don't have that, bro. Like I've seen y'all go out. I don't see him anymore. And he's like, I see y'all do y'all's thing. Like there's not any peace in my body and my heart that feels like I'm missing out.
Yeah.
He's so comfortable in that state that he doesn't have anxiety, go through depression and all that shit. And I think we're just striving now. Everybody's striving hard to be something bigger than themselves and to fulfill their destiny. And I think that comes with a lot of fucking negative impacts like depression. There's a study that's been going on that depression is like one side of the same door of a breakthrough. Like that geniuses and shit, they all dealt with depression first, or they still do. And I feel like it's just a matter of like having too much access to so much fucking information, and it causes you to fucking overload, man. Like,
yeah, your mind is going a fucking million miles an hour, and you're just no way to process that information at the same rate that you're getting it. It's weird, man, to think about it like that.
The other day I met this dude and we had chilled like a few weeks before that. Cool guy. We was in the hotel room. My homie had told me to come through this hotel room, so I pulled up. And he was like, yo, I gotta go. Y'all just stay here in the room. I gotta go do some shit, blah, blah, blah. So we're sitting here in the room, me and this other guy, and we've met before, but for some reason we're sitting here looking at our phones. And like he's on his phone on the couch and I'm on my couch. And I just go, just put my phone down. I look at him. I'm like, bro, I don't want to reply to these people.
Yeah.
I don't, and like, he doesn't know me that well. You know what I'm saying? So it was me being real, like, vulnerable.
Yeah.
And he looks at me, he's like, bro, I was thinking the same shit. And I was just like, dog, like, I don't think we're supposed to be fucking taking in all this energy, like all this information. So much fucking information to be taken in. So many people, like we wear different masks for different people. Like we wear a mask for our family. Like as much as people want to be real, blah, blah, blah. You're going to wear one mask for your mom, or you're going to wear another mask for your grandma. You're going to wear another mask for your friends, another one for your girlfriend. So if we're sitting here scrolling through our inbox and we're replying to people over and over again, we're taking off masks, putting them on, putting on, dun, 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 dun. That shit's got to do something to your head, bro. We're not wired to do that.
And I think that's what's being shown now is, I mean, with everybody having a camera around them, you're seeing shit that's 10, 15 years ago that you wouldn't normally see, or even like a shit of 50 years ago. Like people, I'm sure people still had anxiety and depression, but I mean, there was no, there was a stigma towards it that you weren't, like you had a disability basically. And I don't know if disability is the right word.
No, ADHD and put you on fucking pills and make you turn into a zombie.
It's just, it wasn't accepted. And I feel like now it's just a whole different type of game where, I mean, I personally feel like it's a right thing to do because a lot of people are going through it, and I think a lot of people need the help that they're going through. Like it definitely just needs to be out there too as well, especially if we want to be connected with one each other, with just being humans.
I think you're saying the key right there in your word. You said going through it. I think you should just go through it and not around it.
Oh yeah.
Like I spent years going around it and just trying not to feel that anxiety and depression. I think you should just go through it. Let yourself feel it all. Don't take anything. Fuck the medicine. Unless you're really, like some people need medicine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put that past them. But, 90% of us just need to go through it. Don't go fucking drink your ass off or start, having orgies every weekend. Fucking get yourself lost in the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go through it, man. Like, and this is forcing people to go through it. The pandemic forcing people to go through it. Like, you stay at home and stick with your shit, bro. Like, you're going to feel like you're going nuts. But once you crack, like once you snap and you're now seeing shit for what it is, you're like, whoa, I actually have superpowers. And all this anxiety was just me trying to figure out how to channel it.
People have that fear, man. This is just fear of going through it. And I think I personally been through some things where I was just taking another road, and instead of just going straight, it's just fear, man. For me personally, but I think that's with a lot of people. Like a lot of people just have fear of having that depression, or having those dark thoughts, or having everything that comes with depression. And it's just, you have to go through it. And there's only one way through it, man. And it's just, I personally think it's fear, because that's what I went through. So I'm not too sure if you have, if you can.
I think it's all fear based. It's all fear based, like, for sure. I think like we do things throughout the day that are fear based, and there's more fear based things that we do that we don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Like. I don't want to say that on the podcast. I was trying to think of shit that I do that's fear-based. And there's one thing that I realized I do every single day. I realized it. And I was like, I do this every single day.
Yeah.
And I realized, I was like, dude, like, you're doing this because you're afraid that this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And you don't want it to happen without you having this or doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't. And I started realizing, I was like, bro, like, that's programmed into my head.
Yeah.
That, like, almost like, like, fuck it, like gun rights and shit. Like, that guy might have one, so I better have mine. I'm not gonna leave the house without mine. Like somebody else out there. So then you're sitting here living in this thing like there's somebody out there to get you all the time, you know? And very rarely does somebody give a fuck about you that much, you know? It's hard to get to that point where it's just like, yo, whatever happens, happens. If it's time for me to go, it just fucking happen. And like, so I think I don't have all the answers, but I do have a lot of things that help me out. And a lot of it, the biggest one was just coming into terms with my mortality. So that's what it'll be over soon, is just coming to terms that, yo, I'm going to die. It could be on my way out of this podcast. It could be fucking 50 years from now. I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And I think we should just change how we think about life and death and accept it and to glorify it a little bit more. And
yeah,
you know,
100%. People have, again, I think people just have that fear of dying. Like obviously no one wants to die. Like, I mean, it's a part of life. And I think a lot of people have not accepted it yet.
Well, it's because they don't know what's going to happen after.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of questions about that too, man. Like, I think, yeah, man,
if they knew it was going to happen after, why would they be afraid? They'll be like, oh, well, it's just.
Yeah, because there's no, I see what you mean. There's no
like, what if it just ends here? Or what if I go to hell? Or what if I go somewhere where my friends aren't there? Or, you know, like, I think that's why I fuck with psychedelics, because it gets to the point where you feel like you're dead already.
Yeah, man.
You're like, I'm about to die. This is it. I am no longer a person. My body is gone.
Yeah.
I'm not even in this room anymore. Or sometimes you'll be looking at yourself from a third person, you know, astral projecting. And it's like, that's the closest thing to death you're going to get. So if you're living your death over and over again, you're not going to really give a fuck anymore, man. Yeah. You're just going to be like, bro, I felt something closer to that side and I liked it. Yeah, exactly, it's like, man. It's the closest thing you could feel from forgetting about all this shit.
Yeah.
And just being at bliss, you know? Scary. Yeah. And definitely fuck some people up. I feel like everything should be done in moderation, but I really think if more people did psychedelics, I don't want to say psychedelics, like shrooms, then there wouldn't be this overall fear of one another as much, and it just needs to be done right, man.
Yeah, it's just called microdosing, right?
Microdosing is cool, but I feel like people should trip too here and there, like not very hard or not very often, but I feel like everybody should experience it, because once you feel it, then you're like, you know, like people say how we're all connected and, you know, the vibrations between us and stuff. That sounds nice and cool until you actually feel it and see it. Then you're like, wow, shit.
And you really start to believe it.
Really understand. Like, it's not a piece of yarn between us. And this isn't just empty.
Yeah.
Like, it's really like, we're really one. And I felt that when I'm performing stage. Like, that's why people love shows so much, because you get this high because you're in this huge crowd, all these people, you don't even fucking know them, but you feel like you're one.
Yeah.
Jumping up and down, y'all are all hitting the ground at the same time and going back up at the same time. Moving to the left, moving to the right, all at the same time. And you just feel oneness.
That's a perfect example, bro. That's crazy. That's a legit perfect example.
Yeah, I had to figure out why I liked performing so much. And I was like, it's not because it's like, oh, look at me. It's really like, that's when I feel like I'm really, really 100% connected with a mass group of people. We're all here just to leave it. We left our shit at the door and we're here just to move, man. Like, I remember one show we moved to the left, whole entire crowd moved to the left. They almost fell.
Yeah.
And then I moved to the right and they all fucking moved to the right and almost fell. And it was like, bro, I was like, yo, we're dancing. Like, I'm having an intimate dance with a bunch of strangers. And that shit is life-changing, man. Like, I've been in those crowds plenty of times where it's like, leave and you're like, wow, I fucking needed that.
What is, that's a good point, man. What are some other things you notice, like, when, like, obviously you perform, so what, I know you just said it's like a good high or like for people being there, but is there other things that you notice when you're there other than what you just kind of explained? But just the energy, I think is just dope to see people just rock with you, bro. Like, have the same kind of love for the music that you're putting out is pretty cool. And I've experienced like concerts too, and it's just like I can see it, man. Like I can see people sing word for word on a fucking song that they put out fucking 10 years ago, but it just connects with people so just so right. And
I think there's a science there. There's a science there that people don't speak about.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people all saying the same words, chanting like church, you know?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. The same thing as church. It's like you're like so many voices and so much energy all balled up. It's creating so much strength. And the idea of church is to bring people together. I feel like church brings people together. That's more important than the actual like religion part itself. It's the fact that these people are coming together and finding family outside of their own and leaving all their shit at the door when they walk in. You know, it just shows the same thing, man. That shit's like gospel, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like there's a science there that should probably be looked into more.
Have you I mean, we just finished talking about whatever, but is there anything that you experienced like just weird or just like, fuck, I never thought I would experience that, like performing or like just being out and about people, or it just like,
dude, she gets crazy.
Just like fun shit.
Yeah, fun shit, dude. I love it, bro. Like girls are just absolutely so high off the shit we're talking about.
Yeah.
They just do crazy shit. My last show, this girl was like front stage and she was like showing me her titties while she was in front of her boyfriend. And I was just like, trying not to like egg her on, but I wanted her to keep going at the same time. And I was like, but then he was like,
what the fuck? Yeah.
No, he didn't fucking know, man. Like he didn't know.
Oh shit.
He was like standing behind her, like, she was just like, yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And
yeah.
I was like, yo, are you seeing this or whatever? I'm gonna go to this other side. And I'll come back.
I'll be chilling over here.
Yeah, and I come back and she'd still be vibing, like trying to get my like, and it's crazy, bro, how they like stare into your eyes and they're like, you know,
yeah.
And it's just a matter of like, I like to break that a little bit. Yeah, you could toy with them and shit, but I like to just be like, you know, I'm still a human here. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, there's lots of shit, man. Like, one of my favorite experiences is like bringing people from the crowd and bringing them on stage.
Oh yeah,
that's so they can look back and they're like,
kind of feel that same energy you're feeling. Yeah,
they feel it. They're like, oh, and they look at me and I'm like, it's crazy, right? And it's like a drug hitting. And they're like, dude, what? And I remember like the Tory Lanez ASAP Ferg concert. This kid, I brought a kid on stage and he like jumped. I told him to jump. I was like, I've never stage dived before. I'd be like, do this with me? Like, fuck yeah, I'm ready. Stage dive together, bro. It was my first stage dive. He did it with me. And he was like, bro, that shit made his entire fuck. He came to my next show too. Like he was lit off that. So much power that could be shared, bro. It's not about it's not about just the performer.
Yeah. So. I feel it, man. Yeah, I feel the same way when I go to the concerts with different people and stuff like that. And it's just truly amazing, man. Like that these people can put out shit that you can connect with, and it's all above what actual like. There's a message obviously between the music and the people, so it is definitely connected.
Yeah.
What I know you said you have a part B, but is there anything that you would want to like do in the future? Like what are some plans you think you want to put out in the future, or just making music is kind of just a
Nah, it's funny you said that. I don't want to continue like music being like it's never really been my only thing, but it's always been my only like real passion. There's other things I want to get into, like painting, like
oh yeah, man.
Yeah, so like
that's
just
fucking dope.
Other ways to like express like how I feel.
Do you paint right now?
No.
Oh?
No.
You just always just kind of like liked it and would want to try it out?
No.
Or you
No. I was just like something just came across me. I was like, you should start painting.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was just like, you should just try it out. Because I always think like I'm not that good of a drawer, so my painting's probably gonna suck. And I was like, dude, you know what? Like I started learning more about music and how something sucking is very subjective, you know. It's very hard for a song to actually suck. Like it's all about the rawness and being who you are, like we were talking about. Same thing with the art. Like so it's just like, and I have friends that would paint in front of me and I'm like, you know, I would love to watch it, but never made me want to do it. Something happened recently, or something just flipped recently where I was like, I kind of want to get into that. I want to get into more shit like psychological, like if I feel like if I wasn't if I wasn't an artist, I'd probably be like a therapist or some shit.
That's what's up, man.
Like,
Just help people out, just to try to find their everything that you've been through and see if that you can kind of guide them to.
yeah,
Nah, I gotcha. Yeah,
that third party looking in, like, because I realize like there's so much things that I don't realize about myself that other people could tell me. Let me tell you about you. Like, sounds like you're gonna just fuck it up, but this is why. You know what I'm saying? It takes the other person to do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm already kind of doing that with my music, but it'd be more direct and more personal, and like I can actually like hand on help somebody out with their issues. So I don't know. I feel like that's, if I were to go back to school for something, it'd be that.
That is what's up, man. I feel like it's always, like I said, it's all normalized now. So I think a lot more people are gonna want to have that aspiration to put out information to either have what they went through and to see if they can help anybody out, and then learn from other people too as well that haven't gone through it, and then you can see it from a different lens.
Yeah.
So I think it's always good.
There's a lot of more people like prone to go to therapy now, like that weren't before. That used to be like fucked up if you're going to therapy. Like I hit my homie up earlier. I was like, yo, how do I even go about getting a therapist?
Yeah, therapy. Yeah.
I don't want to pay somebody to tell them my problems and then I end up not fucking with them. Now you know all this part of shit about me. I don't fuck with you.
To a stranger, to a fucking stranger,
yeah. So
and you don't even know if they're gonna help you out.
Nah, bro, they might be on some goofy shit. Yeah. You don't even fuck with their vibe, or they ain't even been through no shit. They're just like,
yeah.
When I think of a therapist, that's what I think of. I'm just like some fucking
you think of
condescending fucking prick just telling me about me, and I'm just like, like. I feel like you got to go through some shit to tell somebody about what they're going through. But like I said, that's my perspective on it. Never been to therapy.
Yeah.
So that's just what I'm thinking. I could go into it and really realize this is completely different. And there's probably a therapist out there for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to find it. And who the fuck knows how to do that? I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Nobody teaches us how to find therapists.
Yeah. No one teaches you how to find them. No one teaches you like what's a good therapist, what's a bad therapist. Mm-hmm. Like if they're even doing their job. Yeah, trust me, man. I would hate to tell somebody my problems and for sure that you're paying them top dollar because they're fucking expensive for sure. And they don't even help you out. Like they probably do more bad than good.
Yeah. Now you're feeling like nobody. You don't want to tell nobody and you're even more closed off.
Yeah, exactly. It sucks, man. It sucks that it's a way like that. But I think, like I said, a lot of people are coming out now and they have aspirations to kind of help people, and it's when they've already been through some shit. So that's always good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like if I would sit down with a therapist, I'd be like, yo, tell me your story first.
Before I tell you mine, I want to know what you fucking went through.
Yeah. Show me yours and then I'll show you mine.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. What are some artists you listen to right now? Like, what are some music you're listening to right now? New and upcoming artists, old artists, like, what are you vibing with right now?
Man, my mind goes blank when I think about that.
Oh, you're good, man.
I was listening to Shorty on my way over here.
Okay.
I fuck with him heavy. Yeah.
Anything other than, like, obviously music, but anything other than, I don't know, are you into sports? Like, what are you, like, what else are you, like, kind of, like?
I mean, I lift, I'm more of a lifter, so I lift weights. So it's like to the point where, like, if I, like, if I'm doing what I'm doing in the gym, like doing what I'm supposed to be doing in the gym, I'm going to suck at basketball. I'm going to come out here and I'm fucking terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I like more like
just working out and lifting
with that. And I like more adrenaline based, or it's like, like jumping off cliffs and fucking dirt bikes and shit like that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's,
paintballing, shit like that, where I feel like there's actual danger at hand. Like, I like shit like that.
No, yeah, it's just a adrenaline, just pumping in your fucking mind.
Yeah, like I've never gone skydiving, but it's something I've been wanting to do because it scares the shit out of me. Just the thought of it scares the fucking shit out of me.
Fuck, bro. Have you been to like the Tower of Americas or like any other like high altitude type deal?
Yeah, you're like looking down, you're just like,
Yeah,
shouldn't
man.
have done that.
I recently went to Seattle and the Space Needle and the whole fucking floor is just see through. Like, and you can see and it's like it's fucking spinning like it's a 360 thing, and it's like.
Can you feel it spin though?
Yeah, you can feel it spin. Like you're moving and you're just seeing the floor like down. Yeah, bro, it's trippy, man. Like
did your heart sink?
Yeah, bro. Like I couldn't like. Or I don't know if you ever been to Chicago and like they have that ledge where you can like take pictures and you can step off to the side and it's just clear glass.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Bro, the first time I stepped on it, it's just like your fucking leg is shaking. Like it's weird, man. But I was never afraid of heights until then because I mean I've always just been on like roller coaster type shit, and it's not nearly the same as like see through. Like what if this fucking breaks type. Yeah, it's weird, man.
I went in a helicopter recently.
How was that?
Fucking terrible.
You don't like it? I went in a helicopter.
Hell no, I didn't like it. It was a small ass closed in. I was in the front with the flyer. So I'm literally seeing everything like, and the wind's hitting it. It's hitting the window and it's just.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, is this supposed to be sounding like that? Yeah. But the wind's taking you a little bit and he's like, oh shit. And I'm just like, bro. I'm just like, yeah. And I'm like right next to him. And he's just like, the whole time, bro, just like
trying to keep calm.
Yeah. I'm sure he was professional. For sure, he was professional. But like the fact that he had to do so much work just to keep us flying straight, I was like, bro, fuck, dude. Like, wow, bro. Like shit like that. And then I get to land. You're like, oh shit. Like your equilibrium's all fucked off, and it's like that's the type of shit I like, just because it puts you into a state of just. I hope I live through this.
Yeah.
Hope I don't die.
Are you cool with planes? Like you can do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm for sure got past the flight phobia thing.
You had some type of
nothing crazy, but I would always be like, dude, pray before and
just the thought of something happening.
Yeah, and then they had the whole like shit put in our head that some guys with a bomb strapped to his chest is gonna pop up and shit.
Yeah,
so much different things to be afraid of, and it's just kind of like I guess that just trips you out after a while, but. I've taken so many flights.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Well, fuck. Man, anything? I know your first. Your part B is coming soon, so hopefully that's sooner or later, bro. Because I'm telling you, man, I've been following for a while, and it's cool to have you here. I appreciate you coming, and it's I'm looking forward if you do put out music, fucking paintings. I'll be looking, man. I'm a fan, bro. For real, I'm a fan.
Pressure's on. This is the first time I actually said it out loud, and now I'm saying it on a podcast. So I actually got to do it.
So people, you haven't even touched it, right?
Yeah, no, I actually got to do it. Fuck. All right, for sure. I'm glad then. I can't back out now.
So, newest album, Neon Cocaine goes hard too. By the way,
appreciate it.
But it'll be over soon. Is out now. Go listen to it. Go stream it. And Swanee Ivy, right? Your Instagram, Swanee Ivy. Again, man, hey, I appreciate you, bro.
Most definitely, bro. Good talk, man.
Yes, sir, man. We're going to cap it off here, guys. Go listen to the fucking album. Stream this everywhere. YouTube, all podcast platforms, and give my man a follow because he's a dope man. He's a real deal, man. I appreciate this conversation.
I'm your pusher, man.
All right, guys. This is the GINN Podcast. G Weezy signing off. Peace.